Hey, welcome everyone. I'm going to do a paint over. A paint over. Maybe I'll mix my own greens. Get some good yellow here so I can mix with the blue. I just got back from the Bjornson vineyard in Oregon, and I thought I'd do the place I was staying at. Yeah, so I thought I'd do that. Let's see, I'm going to kind of do the building here and then with some of the grapes out here. So I'll put the horizon right in the middle here. That building is going to be in here. This is where I stayed. That was about the shape of it. So I'm going to mix my own greens with yellow. So this is all going to be pretty much green in here. We'll have the grapes coming down this way here. I'll just kind of block in the colors real quick just to get so I can get this old painting covered, and then I'll do all the grapes once I get an undertone here. So how you doing? I haven't been able to go live since Thursday evening. I think was the last because I had to leave Friday morning. Uh, so I just got back a while. So the first thing I thought of, hey, maybe I should I'll do a paint. So that's always fun, huh? Nice blue sky with some clouds up there, of course. This is going to be a pathway down here. I'm thinking maybe I'll put the Bjornson sign here where I stayed. It wasn't really here, road. It was out at the entrance, but I got it here. So you kind of get an idea that this is a vineyard. We had a lot of fun there, Lisa and I. We played both days. We played Friday when we arrived there. We also played Saturday at the tasting room. Bjornson has a tasting room in the itself. When we first got there, we played here. There's a there's a patio out here that we played on. That was fun. We actually went live. It's on. The show is on YouTube under the Rick Experience. If you want to see me play guitar as well, I'm an artist and a guitar player. There we go. I got it all covered up. Look at that. I'm going to show you how I do the building. I just figured it out just a while ago. Because you want your building to match your painting, right? That's what, it's always hard buildings in a painting, but if you got it in the style that you're painting in, so, which is difficult, you know, because you'll end up with a build that looks really different than the rest of the painting, and it kind of throws the painting off. So I'll show you what I do to make that look kind of normal or in uniform with the whole painting. Let me get started with some trees here, and then I'll do some clouds. Then we'll do the grapes out here. So I'm gonna mix my own green. I just have yellow, blue down here. I don't have very many colors on my palette because it's gonna be mostly green and blue and dirt here. I think that's dark. So we'll put a few some tall evergreen trees first over here. Oregon has a lot of trees, man. I mean, there was trees everywhere. And everybody is a farmer over there. Outside of Portland is where we were. So there, we'll have some trees back there. That's how it looked anyway. And there was a tree here. We'll just put the idea in right now with color. A lot of there's going to be a lot of bushes in front of the building here, so we won't have to worry about doing much detail on the building on the bottom. It's exactly how it looked if you're standing from a distance here. This was all grapes in here, coming from way back here. So it's looking pretty good so far. Green. I'm going to darken up the bottom here though. Ba da ba 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 ba. We played at their the first day we played here, and then they have this other. They have a wine tasting facility in McVin, something like that, and that's where we played on Saturday. And there was so many people in this little building. They were having a lot of fun. They were all requesting songs, and you should check it out. We posted the live after we were done. I gotta find it dry so I can. This is all gonna be dark trees back there, but I gotta wait for it to dry before I can. Because it'll just keep soaking in. That's pretty dark. I just to get it to lay on there a little darker. Then I'll highlight it to get individual leaves. But we'll try and get this to look like a rose going back if we can. Getting there. All right. Not bad. Maybe I should just add some blue, more blue here, and then I can darken up these back here. So there was a behind over here. They had some kind of waterfall, but we tried to get to it. The grass was so tall, we didn't. We couldn't get through. We got about halfway there to the waterfall. We could hear it, but we didn't want to venture in the woods too much because you couldn't even see the ground, the grass was so high. All right, that looks what I wanted. I wanted it darker, and then now I can easily highlight it with lighter colors. These aren't as dark as I want them though. These are evergreen trees, be like almost black. There we go. So good to be back though. I gotta go back to work tomorrow. I don't have to go in early at 3 in the morning. I don't have to be there till 5. They only let me work in 4 hours until my back feels better. My back is getting better. Alright, there we go. Evergreen trees there. I don't know why I'm using this big brush, but there we go. Darker, darker. So far it's looking pretty good. That's about what it looks like in Oregon. Everything is green over there. So what I think I'm going to do, like I said, I'm going to put a sign here and then put Bjornson Vineyard on it. Because I think it'll look pretty cool. I don't know why I put white there. I got to put the shadow down the middle here. There's going to be a shadow here. There we go. How's that looking? Pretty good. Thanks for watching, everyone. I just got back from Oregon. Not but 30 minutes ago. I did do some cool stuff up there. I found out I can do painting on my phone. I'll probably do a couple videos of that. It ends up, there's a paint like program on your iPhone. And it actually worked out pretty good. I kind of figured out some cool stuff on it. What I do is I do a quick sketch with the black, black sketching pens, and then I take a picture of it it's on a white piece of paper, and then I put it in the paint program, which is just your photo. You know how you can edit photos? You just start adding color to it. You kind of want to use when you pick, like, say, the marker, you want to use, you don't want to use the marker full blast. You put it halfway, add the color, and then it goes on a little easier. You don't make as much as a mess. All right, there's my pathway. That looks pretty good. Let me do the building now. I'm going to show you how I'm going to do the building. I'm just going to swipe it with color. We'll do like a yellow ochre on this side and yellow ochre with burnt umber on this side. So a little bit of yellow ochre with a little bit of white in it to lighten it up just a bit. So I'm going to try and make this look like the painting. So this is yellow ochre with some white in it. So we'll do this. Wipe it down like this. Now I'm going to add a little burnt umber to it. Same color, just add burnt umber. Mix it. Get a darker color on this side. Now I'm going to get my liner brush and we'll put the eaves up there in black. Doesn't necessarily have to be black, it could be gray. But we'll see what black looks like. There we go. See how it kind of fits in with the rest of the paint. That looks pretty good. I'm going to let it dry and then I'll put the windows in there. So there's the building. Now I'll put shadows underneath the eaves and then it'll look like a building. Alright, I'm going to do clouds now. It's so good to be back. I've been wanting to paint. I had to go 2 days without painting. I can't get the chat to turn on. I don't know what's going on with this thing. I've had it before I left too. I'm charging my phone up, but let me see. I'm going to try and get the chat room open, guys. There's enough charge on here now. There I am. I'm back from Oregon trip. I did try this vineyard. Lisa was really good friends with these people, so they're making champagne. So I tasted a little bit of it because I don't drink, but man, their champagne was so good. They take different wines to make the champagne, mix it all together. I don't know the exact process, but it's not that easy. Barbara's in here. How you doing, Barbara? All right, I got the chat room open now. I can see it. I'm doing good. I just got back. I think you were watching us play yesterday, right? I think you were in there, from what Lisa said. First thing, I gotta go get a coffee from my favorite place. But anyway, stay. That's kind of like what the building looked like. I'll finish it here in a second. I'm starting to get some, they call it urban sketching. I bought some pens while I was over there. We went into this little town, McVinville, Portland, and there was art stores on almost every corner. Art stores on every corner. There was what else was there? Tasting rooms, which we played at one of them, Bjornson tasting room, and banks. There was so many in this little area where you walk around, and coffee shops and uh, art galleries, and art supplies. So this town, man, they're into their wine, they're into their art, and they like their banks. Lots of banks everywhere. I'll probably make a little video of. I took a bunch of pictures down there in that town, and they had like a UFO convention the week before I got there, and all the banners were still up. I got a video of this horse. This guy has a horse and buggy that you can rent and ride in it, and he'll take you around their shopping area. It's one of those big, those Clydesdales. I got a pretty cool video of him pulling the cart. And it's all, it reminded me of a little bit of Seattle. They still have a lot of the old buildings down there. The buildings were built like in the 1890s. This turned out pretty cool. I don't ever really paint buildings in my paintings, so I'm just starting to do that now. I'm still trying to come up with my style. I mean, I've been doing landscapes for a long time, but I still don't have a style that I like. So this coming year, I'm going to really try and come up with my own style of painting. I'm going to really start thinking about it. It's really cool so far. But man, we're driving all over Oregon down there, just south of Portland. There's a lot of open country up there, and there's like vineyards everywhere, farming. It's like they're into over there, that's for sure. That's a really blue sky. That's a nice color there. That's a really nice blue. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-da-ba. Wow, I don't know where that little bug was on my camera, on my screen. Ugh. I got my coffee, but I need to wake up. Forgot to do the chimney. I think it's looking pretty good. I got to turn this into now. So let's see, the grapes are going to go all the way back here. Cool. This is going to look cool when I'm done. Very nice. It's starting to look like rows of grapes now. Isn't that cool? I'm doing it the same way I usually do my trees. I put the dark in first, and then just put the highlights on, and trying to get this effect of rare. What's going to really help is when I put the vines underneath and the sticks. A lot of sticks. Wow, that's looking amazing already. Take a look at that. Not bad. We stayed upstairs. This is upstairs is where the bedrooms were, and then down here is the restaurant and where they serve their wine. It's a pretty nice place. But this is the view I had outside my window upstairs. I'll put some of these vines in now. Very cool. They also had larger poles out here for some reason. I don't know what the poles are for. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-da-ba. Ah, man. I'm glad I don't have to go in at 3 tomorrow. I go in at 5 in the morning. I think I can handle that. do 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 do. Do 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 do. Ba da ba da ba. Thanks for all the likes, everyone. I appreciate that. I'm going to do a highlight here. I can't believe I've already been painting for 50 minutes. Yeah, so I actually bought some I bought some of those ink pens. I actually try sketching for a while, and that'll get better at sketching. It's turning out pretty good. I mean, I want to change my style a little bit. This is still a little too realistic. I really want to get more into impressionism. Uh, Stranger in the Dark. Oh, some of those bushes back there were, they had some pink, like reddish, they had some resin here with flowers and stuff. Really looking pretty good. So I think I'm just gonna swipe my windows in with this brush. It's about the size of the what the windows were. Uh, I'm gonna try brown first, burnt umber. There we go. I don't want too detailed. Well, I think that's all I'm gonna do for now. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. I kind of like it. I wanted to put the sign down here maybe. I don't have my, I need a small liner brush. Well, I think that's it. Thanks for watching. That's where I was this weekend. The Bjornson Vineyard. I'm going to take a little break. I'll see you guys in a little bit.